Okay, so in this video we're going to talk a little bit about Lewis structure and how we can draw the most stable Lewis structure. First of all, we need to remember a little bit about valence electrons. Valence electrons is the electrons that is probably involved, is more likely to be involved in a chemical reaction. Also, why we draw Lewis structure? We do that because we want it to achieve a stable electron configuration, meaning we can have 8 electrons in a valence or 2 electrons in a shell, so make everybody, what we call in 105 and 106, happy. So I have here 3 molecules, CH4, NH3, and HF. And I will walk you through the steps we need to know in order to draw the most stable Lewis structure. So, first we need to remember valence electrons. As I said, valence electrons is the electrons more likely to be involved in a chemical reaction. So we have carbon and we have hydrogen. So carbon has 4 valence electrons. We know that by checking the periodic table. And hydrogen, each one has 1 valence electron. Because we have 4 hydrogens in our molecule times 4, so 4 electrons. So then we added them up, 4 plus 4 give us 8 electrons. So now that I know that I have 8 valence electrons and I will place them in the most stable conformation, the most stable configuration, it's possible to make everybody what we call happy. Carbon goes in the center, and now I have hydrogen, 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 and hydrogen. When I have a shared pair of electrons, usually we use dots. So here represented are 2 electrons, 4, 6, 8. So carbon has 2, 4, 6, 8 electrons, and each one of the hydrogens has 2 electrons. So this is the Lewis structure for the CH4. Now let's look at the NH3. I will change the color just to make it more visible. So nitrogen, I look at my periodic table and I know nitrogen has 5 electrons, 5 valence electrons. And I know that hydrogen has 1 valence electron, but we have 3 hydrogens, so we times by 3, giving us 3 electrons, total of 8 electrons. Now I place nitrogen in the center, and now I start making my connections. So I have hydrogen, hydrogen, and hydrogen. Hydrogen is stable with 2 electrons, so 2, 4, 6. However, I have 8 electrons I can place on here, and nitrogen has only 6, missing 2, so I make 1 lone pair. Now nitrogen has 8 electrons, hydrogen has 2, 2, 2, so this is the most stable Lewis dot structure for this particular molecule. Now let's look HF. I check fluorine and it has 7 electrons, valence electrons, and hydrogen has only 1, giving me a total of 8 electrons. So I know that hydrogen and fluorine is combined with that dot. So this is stable now. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8. So this is how we draw Lewis structure. Just a review, we look in our periodic table how many valence electrons we have for each one of the elements involved in that particular molecule. We added them up, and then we placed the electrons in a way that everybody obeys the octet rule.